Yes, I mean, you know, opening your circle. I should do this. Do apologize. What I had did is I wrote up a sample ritual that is an opening and closing of the circle, but does not have the main area. So I mean, you know, it's something that if you want to follow it, great. But then, you know, when it comes to the ritual area, this is where, you know, your thought has to come into it. But this is a combination of both eclectic, Celtic, shaman, Druidic, fairy, paths. Is like the combination of the sample little opening and closing of a ritual. You know, some people use this, some people don't. But this will give you a general start to how to you know, put a ritual together. And with the next step, you know, performing an invocation. You know, an invocation is performed, and that's requesting a certain deity or Lord and Lady for you to that you want to listen to you and to help you with carrying out that ritual that you are just about to perform. Alright, the next step is doing the actual performance of the ritual. The main purpose why you're doing this, so it's like any speech or spell work, you know, whether it requires you to stand there in a silent meditation or to chant, or to have, at that particular time, if you're doing it by yourself, you can always hit that little iPod and have chanting going on in the background as you're doing it, so you can have that music going on in the background at that particular time. That will help you to raise up that energy to perform that particular task. Offerings. Not everybody does this, but offerings are something you do after you perform your ritual. Okay, and what it is you'll find in most groups or covens that they do like a form of bread or cake. I've been to one where it was saltine crackers.
Oatmeal cookies and juice.
Yeah, cookies and juice. But they would have just the juice, or they would serve soda, or they would do wine.
You say no soda
You
on
said
your
no
paper.
soda.
Why is that? I was going to ask
Capital
middle letters.
No soda.
Yeah.
Is there any reason for that, or is it just because it's that fake that you don't want it in the, you know?
Well,
It's grape soda.
I put on the paper no soda because of the fact of soda, in a sense, it's all chemical, really.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be putting that type of thing into an offering bowl,
You're poisoning the gods, basically, yes.
yeah, you know, and you know,
Yeah.
usually with the offering, since we bring that, I bring that outside to, you know, to whatever bush that I want to bring it to for that night. And if it's not a bush, then it's a tree. If it's not the tree,
You're gonna kill
You
the
know.
tree with the diet soda.
well,
I
you know,
didn't have a problem, I just thought that there was.
I put my offering in this bowl, and the way I see it is I'm putting part of me into that bowl. Okay, I'm putting part of my energy into that bowl as my way of saying thanks to everyone that was here that, you know, is going to help me carry out what it is that I'm doing. And yeah, that includes all the creatures on the outside, even if they all make us mad because they shoot the heck out of our tomato plants. Try as I can grow the tomato plants inside the house, but the moment I take them outside, I got the groundhogs, I got Mr. and Mrs. Squirrel in the back, and all their children. And underneath my shed, I have a big old possum that's always there with their kids. So everybody gets their fruit. So I can never grow any tomatoes outside. So I basically put it out towards the front with the offerings. And, you know, like those things that I took part in eating and drinking, I'm now offering them some. You know, as much as they make me mad, I'm still offering them some because, you know, they're carrying out my energy to all other places that, you know, I'm looking for my energy and my wishes to go to every single corner of the universe that it can get to. And since most of it seems to go up and out, I want to make sure some of it stays local and landfill, you know, on the land, you know, and carry out on the land as well. You know, so, you know, that's just, you know, the way I see it, the way, you know, at least I believe in. You know. And who knows, that little creature may have not eaten that day, and that was his only meal. Yeah.
Especially if the tomatoes are gone.
Yes. You know, I can't even blame the deer because I got a fenced-in backyard, and any deer that's ever tried to jump a fence, basically for some reason they cannot get into the backyard. So I know it's all the other little creatures that are doing it. So, you know, I've had deer in the front yard. Just can't get them into the fenced-in area. You know, at this point too, you know, we give after the offering, you know, we're giving thanks to the God and Goddess of our understanding, and even if we don't have one, you know, we don't have a particular God and Goddess that we follow, you know, I thank the birds. I thank the little gnomes, you know, I thank the fairies, you know, I thank Tinkerbell, you know, because they were all present here anyway, you know. I give them all thanks, because without them, I'd still be wandering aimlessly, in a larger sense, you know. Without them,